Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. So, I do have this insufficient construction for investment pool notification, and I do actually need to deal with that, because that's something I absolutely do not want to be a problem. So, we're going to need some more construction sectors. I'm going to... we'll do some increases primarily in the Siam area. Or, sorry, in the former... In the former Burma area. So, go up to 4 in each of those areas. We'll go up to 4 into Nasserim. We'll go up to 4 in Malaya. Malaya is incorporated territory, I believe, so let's bring it up to 225. And then there are some areas where I got uneven numbers. There must be. Right now. Unless they're in these other areas? No, they're not. Where are they? Where are they? This is an uneven number, right? Yeah, I'm not making that up. Where do I have an uneven number of construction sectors? Bananas. Anyway, let's throw some more in East Bengal. Bundelkhand. It's you. You are the culprit. He's the culprit. Grab him. Alright, so that was 11 more that I just put in, so that's 236. I need 14 more. We'll do 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. Actually... I'll cut the ones in Malwa. I don't want any more in Malwa. I got a bunch in Malwa already. And that's going to put me at 248. Oh, I'm so good at stuff. Math is my forte. All right, we don't need so many in East Bengal. All right, that'll be fine. Am I crazy? Did I not just reduce East Bengal by 2, and... Alright, well now I'm just confused. Whatever. We'll put the construction sectors at the top of the queue, and then we won't worry about it. Alright, so that's basically a 25% increase, if the numbers are to be believed, which at least I hope they are. These will get done really, really fast. Now... I've got a request to join war from a Hawaiian feminist revolt. Oh, they want to become our protectorate. You know what? Let me see. You're probably the vassal of another country. Of the United States. Am I going to fight the United States over votes for women in Hawaii? I think the answer is definitely yes. So, do I do a full mobilization? I don't think I necessarily do. It depends on if Hawaii proper is going to lose... is going to be able to be capitulated, and I think the answer to that is no. I'm going to say it's a very high number of potential battalions, but... Actually, before I do this, let me look at some mobilization options. I need to get machine gunners active. As well as this other stuff, actually. Should really have truck transport for all these armies. And motorized recon, now that I'm thinking on it. Oh, interesting. You can only get balloon recon if you have militarized in District 3. That's interesting. So I ended up losing that. Alright, so we'll activate this for all of these places. And we'll swap over to truck recon. And there's going to be no penalty because the armies are not currently mobilized. There's going to be some penalty because the armies are losing current production, but this should be fine. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Alright, very good. So, any of my large armies that I didn't just completely goof up. A Central India army is probably the one to send. Yep, nah, that's what it seems like it is. I'll definitely send one of my other armies as well. But I am actually going to do a full mobilization, just in case it ends up being the situation, it ends up being the case that I cannot win this war without capitulating the United States. We'll go ahead and put these armies back on attack. Let me see, this is the Bengal army and the Bombay army that were not on attack. Is pillage better? Well, pillage is really high kill rate. Reduced occupation, increased devastation, increased moral damage. Yeah, pillage is a lot better. They put that little star there. So cautious advance. Cautious advance used to be terrible. Reduced morale loss, increased recovery rate. No offense increase, increased careful maneuver chance. Let's give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. And then we'll send the Khalsa army to do the same. Any special abilities here? Heavy barrage. Reduced battle occupation, increased devastation, increased morale damage, increased kill rate. Yeah, okay. Alright, and that should be fine. So, go ahead and kick that off. I think I don't really have anywhere closer that I can station units, but let me see. What's the enemies? Oh my gosh, they're still using skirmish infantry? That's embarrassing. I can't believe this. America, what are you doing? Oh, Prussia's improving relations. Very nice. Well, I'm for sure going to try to do a landing in D.C. And I got myself a protectorate. Hey, Hawaiian feminist revolt. Let's be better friends. Yeah, USA is damaging relations. I've been increasing relations, right? Yes, I have been. Well, that's okay. These things are wont to happen. Oh, the icons over here in Australia. Hey, Australia, you and I are good buddies. Let's invest. Let me invest in you, Australia. Canada, my good buddy. My reasonable, cautious friend. Beautiful. Australia. Give me a power block embassy. Alright, that should be fine. America does not have that many armies over here. Should I put a fleet in the zone? I think that makes the most sense. Hold up, is there not a season? Oh, this is an army. Oops. This is a fleet. This is the perfect place for you. Force comparison here looks rock solid, but I don't think the American forces have actually arrived at the front yet. Exile from Portuguese East Africa. That's none of my business. Hejaz is a stunkin' thick. No, they're not. Are they? They're supported by Egypt. That's what's happening. There it is. What it is. All right, so there are going to be some Americans here. That's fine. So we'll do a naval invasion in America when the time comes. America, what's your current capital? Is it still D.C.? It is. Wonderful. So, I'll send the Bengal army. Hawaii backs down. Well, that's just lovely. Hi, Hawaii. Welcome to the Protectorate. Welcome to the power block. All right, and you got votes for women. Excellent. I know you'd love to do universal suffrage. Gets a new protectorate, immediately starts changing things. You have low market access. Let's get you some extra railways. And we'll put these at the top of the queue so that they get built as fast as possible. Do you have any resources I might want? You do. So, we'll throw in a few more railways. And we'll throw in some iron mines. and some more logging camps. And that will make the country very productive. You know what? We'll do it like this. We'll start from the bottom, like a sensible person. And then I've got a few more railways. Those will be at the top. Alright, beautiful. Excellent. So now there's no reason for the United States to be mad at me, right? Hawaii is enacting universal suffrage. Wonderful. They're damaging relations. I can't believe you've done this. So... what kind of leverage have we got over Australia? Not much. We can get more by building up the country. Are you in a population crisis? You are. Just as expected. Actually, Western Australia's got quite a bit of population available. You got some reasonably profitable industries. Got gold mines. Everyone loves gold mines. You've got sulfur mines, which is very good for me personally. I'm for sure going to build those up, because I'm going to want them once you are in my customs union. I should have some more gold mine capacity in one of these areas. Nope, I'm wrong. Oh, but South Sumatra's got a lot of coal mines. Anyway, I should stop queuing in more buildings, because I've got so many buildings that I've got in the queue right now that I'm just not building up. Fascist revolt in Holstein. Unbelievable. Ridiculous, even. Dynam's liberty desire is going down. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm so pleased. What about Siam? Siam's is as well. Wonderful. So, Siam I'm actually perfectly happy with right now, where it is. Dynam, I think I'm going to turn into a puppet state when the time comes. Although I might not. I'm kind of perfectly happy with these countries being protectorates, actually, come to think on it. As long as their governments are reasonable. In fact, let's go ahead and reduce subject payments for a lot of these countries, because subject payments at this point are functionally nothing. Dynam. I can't reduce subject payments because Dynam is not paying me anything. Well, that's just delightful. I'm going to do the same for... I'm actually going to do this for all of my puppets at this point. I think the subject payments are functionally a rounding error in my budget. Do I have any additional subjects? Trade agreement with Egypt? Absolutely. Let me see. Ha'il is a protectorate. Hawaii is a protectorate. Luang Prabang is a puppet. Oh, that's right. Luang Prabang exists. Alright. Reduce subject payments. Philippines. And that is it. Alright, nice. Excellent. I can always increase it later, if I desire to. Right, I was going to go on a diplomatic effort with Ethiopia. Let me see. Ooh, you're on isolationism. Hey, Ethiopia. Wait, hold on. No, I do have an interest. Oh, that's right. I have a bunch of interests available. That's interesting. I don't have as many interests available as I thought I was going to. Usually by this time in the game, I've got interests in every damn place available. But I guess not this time. Alright, that'll be just fine. So, what am I... Mass propaganda. Ooh, a little bit of extra authority. That's nice. That's very nice. Economy continues to be large. The largest in the world. Does the construction sector still want more? The private sector still want more? construction. Gosh, they really do. Look at that. Ooh, an agitator appears. Kamalaswar Bora, a fascist. Vigor and greatness. Interesting. Fascist politicians are not currently in the government. So this is a new event chain. I think this might be Voice of the People content, but it might be something that was added in Pivot of Empire with the revamp to movements. So, whether it stems from foreign powers or from malcontents within our borders, the threat of socialism threatens to destroy the Indian nation. We must all march under the same banner. We cannot forget who our leaders are, and how their strength represents our only defense against this threat. While this journal entry is active, the rate at which fascist characters appear will be increased. We'll complete if the progress bar is reached 100%. And the fascist movement has a character to rally behind. If completed, Kamalaswar Bora will seize control of the Bhadra Locks. The rate at which fascist characters appear will remain elevated and triggers the event the March on Delhi. Will fail if the progress bar is reached 0. If failed, triggers the event falling behind. If time runs out, triggers the event falling behind. We have 3 years. What's affecting the progress bar? Extra progress by a lot. Oh my goodness. Support from fascist, reactionary, and corporatist political movements. No non-marginal interest groups, the fascist leaders, or the reactionary ideology. Small amount of fascist care. How are these movements generating so much progress? I mean, I get... Oh my goodness, the fascist movement is large. Yes, the reactionary movement's large. I don't think I'm going to be able to stop this. Unless this is 26.7 is not percentage points. But let's wait for it to tick over. So it'll be the beginning of next month, and then we'll get to see kind of how this is going to go. Whoa, that's a little concerning, I must say. Hello, what's this? A Jambi modernist revolt. So this is, you're mad about going to elected bureaucrats in this anarchic council republic. Oh, interesting. But you're an anarchic presidential republic. But I could get a protectorate. Jambi, do you have any resources I want? Actually, I don't know. I mean, I do want these sulfur mines, but I don't know that I want to have a protectorate over here because this is territory I could conquer from South Sumatra. And the temptation is extremely high to conquer them. So I think I'm just going to let that be. Alright, we're closing in. Alright, so, yeah, it's 27%. So, basically, as long as you've got reactionary and fascist movements, this is going to necessarily complete. Oh, I'm not happy about this. So, I think I only have one... Hold on. I do have a fascist. Kamalaswar Bora. You're in the Bhadra Locks. You're over here. So, you gotta go. Bye! Bye, Felicia. So this is still gonna go up. But, now we don't have a fascist character. So hopefully, we can do something about this. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do about this. I'm going to put taxes back to Midland. I'm going to cut my consumption taxes. This hurts. I'm going to have one consumption tax, and it's going to be on luxury clothes. It's going to be on opium. And we're going to suppress these movements. Hello. Nicaragua wants to host an embassy. Absolutely, Nicaragua. I would be delighted for there to be an embassy of ours within you. What kind of leverage have we got over Nicaragua? It's not great, but there are things we could do to improve it. Let me see. What are we currently building? We're currently on our mad dash to increased productivity in Afghanistan. Trying to improve resource outputs there. And obviously that's a really long project, because these places take forever to build in, because there's a lot of radicalism in the country. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tick my industry in Ceylon up to the top, because I don't think Ceylon's doing that bad. Well, they're not doing great, but it's doing better than a lot of places in Afghanistan. Italy sides with Maguindanao over a Maguindanao radical revolt. You know what? Not going to get involved in that. That's not my business. All right, so this bar is still going up, but again, as long as we make sure there's not a fascist character in the country, we shouldn't have a problem. I could try throwing him in jail. Exiling is the preferable outcome, but you can't, you gotta be careful with these things. Positivist revolt in Kathiri. Tempted to side with the government unless there's some kind of universal suffrage monarchy. Yeah, I'm very tempted to side with the government of Kathiri on that. Russian Republic is going to reduce the autonomy of Kokand. What does Kokand want? War reps. I can't ask them to transfer me themselves, which would be very funny if I could do it. But I'm just going to have to relax. Alright, here we go. Yep, absolutely. And we'll send the Bombay Defense Force to deal with the problem. Whew. Alright. Loving that number. Let's go ahead and bring this fleet back to India. And there's compression ignition. Wonderful. So, what that does is it unlocks an oil-based production method for mines that makes them more productive. And that's going to give us a lot of breathing room. Have we got a lot of oil available? Not as much as I would like. So, first things first, the sulfur mines. We desperately need diesel pump for the sulfur mines. I'm going to cut my sulfur import route. Both of them. And that's going to be very important. Lead mines, we're going to do the same. This actually doesn't use that much oil at all. We'll do it for all our mines. Alright, so this is going to put a lot more breathing room in our economy. And how has the price of oil been impacted? Not that much. Yoruba mass immigration. Wonderful. So, where can I get oil from? Let me see. The Canadians. The Americans. I don't want to buy from the British or the Russians, because they're potential geopolitical enemies. Hey, Canada. We have a trade agreement, right? We don't. How about a trade agreement? No. Interesting. Well, that'll increase as the volume of trade routes increases. So let's take a quick look into technology. I got compression ignition. Dough rollers is a good one to have. On the other hand... Oh, I already have the battleship. Well, I'm so smart. I'm so good at things. Let's go ahead and tick up to mobile armor. Then we'll grab stormtroopers. And that should be the end of us needing military. I think we don't need much more military for now, but we'll grab dough rollers after that. And then we'll grab macro econ, modern financial instruments, Antibiotics. Analytic philosophy is not going to help us. What about behaviorism? Extra influence. Ah, that'll help a little bit. Not that I think we're going to actually have time to get there, but literacy is high, and we're producing a lot of innovation. So, you know, there's potential. There's potential there. All right. So, Ethiopia. How do I demand investment rights? Can't do it because relations are too high. Well, that's a shame. Sorry, Ethiopia. I want to be friends with you eventually, but not yet. Not while you're doing isolation. Egypt would be happy with an investment agreement. That's an interesting notion. You know what? Let's guarantee their independence. That should help us generate some extra leverage. Our leverage in Egypt is low, but hopefully it will increase. Finances are good. The development in Ceylon is almost finished, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to throw the development in Australia at the top of the queue as well. Actually, I'm not going to put that many mines down below. So, how is my market looking now that I've got compression ignition? Looking pretty good. Price of iron is still pretty low. Price of sulfur is still pretty... price of iron, lead, and sulfur are all still pretty high. What's the price of porcelain like? It's extremely low. I should be able to reduce the amount of porcelain my glassworks make without a problem. No, I can increase the amount of glass my glassworks make by adding an oil method. Oh my gosh, that's so much oil. Let's do it. Nope, let's not do it. They don't like it. They still think they'll be doing less business. Let's try this. Really? You're less productive that way. Interesting. Automatic bowel blowers, is this the right call? It is. From a productivity standpoint. And then what about electric sewing machines? How is the price of clothes? I can produce an absolute barrel full of clothes. Oh, we're at the very bottom of clothes productivity. In fact, I could sell clothes and luxury clothes throughout the world at very reasonable prices, except I don't have the convoys. I can only transport so many clothes abroad. What about luxury clothes? They shouldn't take as much to transport. They certainly don't. Alright, Russia, Austria. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm selling luxury clothes is what I'm doing. This is making me nervous. Again, I don't really have an ability to get this down except suppressing these movements. Does suppressing these movements change this progress bar at all? Hey, there's the aircraft carrier. I mean, it is slowly reducing the strength of the movements, but the movements seem very, very strong. Full bay mass immigration. Interesting. Very interesting. So, with us building up all this infrastructure in Australia, I haven't goofed up the stat infrastructure in Western Australia, have I? No, I have not. Alright, beautiful. So, can I import your sulfur? Absolutely. I sure can. I can import Canadian sulfur. I'm just going to do that for the moment. Iron. I am real short on iron, aren't I? The shortage of iron in my in my customs union is concerning. So I can build up some iron in... Oh, the Shan states have a little bit of iron. That's good. Laos got some iron. I'm going to need to build railways there. Can't go too fast into Australia, but it's worth considering the possibility. We'll go ahead and throw these railways at the top. Oh, this is also Lao. I see. I see. I understand the situation now. Alright. Well, I'm building up iron in both those locations, so I'll build railways in both. Let's see. Western Australia development is ongoing. Afghan development is ongoing. Again, the development of Afghanistan takes a long time. Is Afghanistan's... The liberty desire was going down, now it's not. Is Afghanistan's... And I am improving relations. Is their GDP growing? No, it's falling. This is not ideal. It was doing well for a while. Are they in population free fall? They are. Oh, cripes. What happened? Maybe all the Afghans are here. I have been experiencing steady population increase, though it's a little bit slower than it has been. 1.1 billion GDP. Feeling pretty pleased about that. New neighbors, new grudges. Speaking of moving new places. This time it's the Yoruba people in the state of Assam. I'm going to say they must accept that a lot. Same as I've always been doing. Ongoing diplomatic actions. Relation improvement is going just fine. Violence against Korean people. Love this. Korean people are being attacked and killed by some members of the Kannada people in Hyderabad. A riot broke out, although calling it that is an understatement. They went from house to house, beating, robbing, and even killing whomever they found. Order and morality must be restored, reduced authority, reduced standard of living. I'm afraid there's something we can do massively reduce standard of living. This is really bad. Order and morality must be restored. Oh my gosh. I don't have a lot of authority, but I'm trying to stop up this fascist movement. Wish I could do a decree, but I don't have any authority. Let me see. Let's grab armed forces guy for this army, just to get them the capacity. A foreign manifesto. The recently translated works of Sir Willis Trowbridge have become popular within the fascist movement. This is how you know I've been watching The Diplomat. The relationship has developed to the point of C. Wallace Trowbridge openly endorsing the movement. So C. Wallace Trowbridge is a landowner's ethno-nationalist. He's English from British Senegal. And for a whole large class, especially for a nation so eminently practical as the Indian, the great thing is to get the working class to move as a class, that once obtained, they will soon find the right direction, and all who resist will be left out in the cold, with small sects of their own. Our struggle is an international one. Stronger fascist movement or this foreign interference ought to be punished. Weaker fascist movement, but more activism. Fascist activism is really low. I'm going to go with the second one. The Riots will be mad, and that just is what it is. Industrialists are feeling very pleased with the overall situation, so I think I can go ahead and do a little bit more reform. Let's get ourselves a social safety net. I have quite a large unemployed population, I think. So putting in a social safety net could be quite useful. And I've got plenty of cash sitting in the pot, not going anywhere. So Let's go ahead. Let me see, if I do old age pensions, this will actually reduce workforce ratio. Yeah, let's go for old age pensions. We're doing it. We're doing it live. This is actually going to be really good because my population is absolutely enormous. Mishra retires. Interesting. Oh yeah, he was the general we made the head of the Riots. Who is heading up the Riots now? A pacifist. They'll join the Congress Party. Excellent. Rightful borders. The fervently nationalistic armed forces has turned its rhetoric towards Great Britain and its province of British Ceylon. They have aligned with the Anti-British Association in hopes of realizing their territorial ambitions. It is indispensable that British Ceylon possesses a distinctly... It is indisputable that British Ceylon possesses a distinctly Indian character. In fact, this whole region belonged to several of the precursor states of whom we embody the legacy. Firstly, the officer sat politely as the man at front of the lecture hall presented his dissertation. When he held up an ancient coin he claimed had been found beneath Colombo, the audience exploded into tears. He clapped along, but it was a solely mechanical gesture. His mind had already departed from the age of sails and swords. To retake British Ceylon was a matter of the present, of gun smoke and cannon shot. All else could be argued afterwards. British Ceylon is rightfully Indian. Deteriorates relations, armed forces join the Anti-British Association, where we firmly reject the saber-wrangling. Armed forces, jingoism unappeased, reduce political strength, and unhappy. Yeah, we'll piss off the British. I've been pissing off the British the whole game. Well, I mean, I was doing right by the British a long time. I think... yeah, I think I need to afford to drop taxes back. Keep taxes low. Oh, what's this? A Sri Lankan slaver revolt. Well, we can't let that happen, can we? So we'll send troops to the area. But with that having been said, actually, we're way over time for this episode. I did not realize how long I've been going. So, that is all we've got for today, my nerds. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.